So when I was peeling here, I was trying to pull this between the bodies, like this. So he's pulling it out. It's really tough. So now watch the move I make. As I turn in a circle, and he's turning too, I'm now just going to step. As I step, I use his pull against him. I raise my arm, and then now I'm gonna hook out and come out this way. Now this is gonna look reminiscent of some martial arts BS, where you're gonna wrist lock the dude, and kick to the face, and everything's beautiful. That shit doesn't work, guys. It can work. If you guys get that one desk jockey, you know, that poor little frail guy, sorry if that's you. Teach Me Grappling. What's up, everybody? Mike Jeffrey here, knee bar Mike. He's gonna help me out. Guys, today, part 2 of our MMA clinch arm drag with a counter with a defense. Okay, yesterday I dropped the first video, and it's real simple and it's very common. I just was reading some comments, and I had some of you guys, well, one of them say, it's frustrating when you guys do an arm drag, the guy just gets out. And this is why. The defense I showed is the reason why most people get away from your arm drag. So to recap really quick, he does an arm drag. Remember, I taught you guys the shake. He's gonna bang me with his shoulders until he can get that. Once he starts to go to the arm drag and he goes behind me slowly, I'm turning, you know, I'm peeling fingers. If this guy gets a good grip and I can't turn very good, I'm getting my hip away and I'm peeling fingers, loosening the grip until I can gain some control right here. I don't always have to do every one of these details, guys. Sometimes you don't have to peel fingers. Sometimes you just pull the elbow or wrist and then just sweep your arm between the bodies and get back to square one again. Other times you gotta do all of the steps. You're here, you're peeling fingers, you're weakening, and then you get back to square one again. This makes your arm drag fail. Now, however, there's a guy out there who does really good arm drags. And what happens is when he does the arm drag, guys, he sets you up really well. So he's controlling the wrist, and in this case, for this arm drag, I push the wrist down, I lift the underhook up. As I'm pushing toward, I'm dominating this fight. I'm looking to push this guy into the fence if it's MMA. If it's on the street, I'm gonna bully this guy to get a little bit of energy. Remember, during this time, there's so many other moves. I can punch this up and get to his waist and lift him. There's so many moves I can do in the situation. Because of that, the guy tries to wing down and clamp down, and then I'm able to hit my arm drag. Now, as I'm wrapping around sharply, I really pull this arm right here, okay? I pull it hard. When you have a guy do that and you try to turn, Mike, it's really hard for you to get there. And either what's gonna happen is the person's gonna drag you to the floor like this, okay? That usually happens in wrestling matches, Greco and freestyle. Or he'll be pulling here and he'll manage to get far enough to lock you up and trap your arm, okay? And get a body lock from the rear standing position. So if Mike's good with his arm drags, like I just talked about, he gets a good one and he's pulling my arm, okay? Like really pull my elbow. No. Like you're pulling me like you're pulling me down, which is good for the takedown, but really pull my arm. Yeah. Do you guys see that? He's extending my elbow. I can't pull my elbow in. Remember, our last move was to get our arm between the bodies. So when I was peeling here, I was trying to pull this between the bodies like this. So he's pulling it out. It's really tough. So now watch the move I make. As I turn in a circle, and he's turning too, I'm now just going to step. As I step, I use his pull against him. I raise my arm, and then now I'm gonna hook out and come out this way. Now this is gonna look reminiscent of some martial arts BS, where you're gonna wrist lock the dude, you kick to the face, and everything's beautiful. That shit doesn't work, guys. It can work. If you guys get that one desk jockey, you know, that poor little frail guy, sorry if that's you. But if you get that guy with no skills, it is possible for someone with skill to get that guy. The reason why we call it bullshit, I'm sorry for your traditional martial artists, but the reason why we say that is because in a competitive situation with two competitive males, it's probably not gonna happen. Females included, sorry females. Okay, so we're here. Over under, I pushed his wrist down. Oh, excuse me, you're gonna push my wrist down. Good, he pushed my wrist down, boom. He goes to the arm drag. He's done, oh man, he's got me. I'm turning. I'm trying to rotate this way and I wanna get my arm, but it's really tough. I'm gonna step and lift. Now, sometimes you can literally do a counter arm drag. Maybe you'll pop out behind him, it's possible. But what is the reality most of the time? You're just gonna end up neutral. You're gonna end up where you both have the same thing you had before. You're gonna break apart. Okay, this is the basic hook shot. Now I wanna show this as well. I'll just tag this on here. If you guys end up in the rear bear hug situation, but over the arm. So if I end up in a rear bear hug with a one arm trapped, remember this is dangerous. He's gonna clamp his arms, he's gonna lift me and toss me, and it's gonna be bad, okay? If he brings me to the right side, I can't defend the fall. My left hand, I will try to break the fall, but it's not gonna help very much. So you can seriously get knocked out. So the very first thing you do is don't wait too long. Number two, change levels and raise your right arm like this, okay? So I squat right here and I'm lifting, okay? This is almost identical to the arm drag, except he's locked hands. And then watch what I do. I have two moves. I can lift as I step and I bring my hip, as I come out and I get out of there. And then the other one is when I try that, I feel him clamp down on that side. Clamp and put your head over there. Yeah, you see he's clamping down. So now I go hips out this way and I bring my arm back to an underhook, which is move number one we did yesterday. So I showed it off of an arm drag, but it's also a very basic self-defense for rear bear hug. Rear bear hug with an arm trapped, okay? I'm here, I go here, and I try, you see where he put his head? So I turn this way and get my underhook. If I go here and he leaves his head there, I come out. Now, very important distinction, be very careful of getting caught in the bulldog choke. This is what Pat Miletich got caught by Carlos Newton years ago. I don't remember the exact scenario, I just remember the move. He basically used his little wrestling hook shot, or some people on the East Coast call it a gazzoni. He went like this, and then as the arm, you can just break, as the arm goes around the neck, he ended up in a bulldog choke. Okay, so you gotta be careful. So what I always say is just try to control the wrist with the other hand. If he comes here, you can go here, keep that hand on the wrist. So even if he's connected, as he slides, he tries to squeeze a headlock. It'll help you get out of there. It'll help you get out of there. That's fancy, don't do that. So, back to the arm drag. He gets a good arm drag. Remember, he's chasing. As he's here, if his head is real heavy on this arm, it's hard to hook shot. It's really hard. But you know what, it's possible when his head's here, that I just continue to turn and I try to get my underhook. But the more he pulls my arm, I can step through that hole. See how I come right through the hole. Hit that arm drag, quick. Go, get behind. Get behind. No, I'm gonna keep turning. Okay, and now we're here. Bam! Okay, some of it, guys, looks a little fruity because it's reminiscent of some martial art techniques, but like again, I tell you guys, don't expect to hit the wrist lock. Just use this move. You also see it in pro wrestling. Back in the pro wrestling days, it was like, boom, and then bam. Okay, and then, you know, I don't know how to do it right. Is it little? I don't know, whatever. And he faked it really good. So guys, hope you enjoyed this lesson. Is that it? Did we get enough of it? Did we get the details? Somebody said, my arm drags don't work. I tried your arm drag video, but it doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work, guys? Look, there's two sides to every coin. I just showed you how to defend. Life is not easy. You don't just push a button on the controller and the technique comes out and you win. It isn't that simple. There's a lot of variables. If I'm the one to win with the arm drag and prevent these counters, when I end up hitting it, one, I have a good setup. He's off balance. Two, when I hit it, look at my level change. How many of you guys are doing arm drags in your gym and you're like this? This already Mike can like turn hard. Yeah, like that. See that? And he gets away. Look at my body. Okay? Here, now try to turn. Look at the weight. I'm putting the weight into his feet. The weight is not on my feet. It's into his. That way it's tough for him. Can you hook shot?
Nope.
Yeah, like if I come over here, can you hook shot? Look. See? Can you sweep your arm between the bodies?
Nope.
Look, it's tough. And then when I get here, look at my athletic position. I'm not like this. This is how that idiot that attacks you from behind that doesn't have training does it. The guy who doesn't have training goes, gotcha! And you just lift and hook out. Okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. This is totally legit. Please share this video, like it, subscribe, and click those links down at Patreon, PayPal. Contribute to this channel, and I will always be back for more, giving you guys more great stuff. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.